Monster Jam is an experience like no other. A phenomenon that is trending across the world. Born from raw power. Driven by fearless competitors. Strength is measured in horsepower. And emotions that are pushed to their edge. But the true force, the spark that ignites it all, is you, the fans.
You are the roar that pushes us to drive harder and go higher. We need your energy. So get up, get loud.
Every clap,
every cheer.
This is your house.
This is your moment.
We can feel it.
We can hear you.
OKC, Oklahoma. Are you ready?
I said, are you ready?
Oklahoma City.
Are you ready?
You ready for Monster Jam?
Oklahoma City, this is Monster Jam!
Oklahoma City, welcome to Monster Jam! And we're kicking it off with our very first competition full of so much adrenaline, JCB Racing, where our 8 superstars have seeded their seat into the bracket by a random draw. We start out with 8, then we get down to 4 semifinalists, but we're looking for those fastest 2 that want those 8 crucial points towards the BKT Overall Event Championship here this afternoon. So OKC, who's ready for JCB Racing?
And introducing first, from Rockport, Texas, give it up for Alex Barden in Earthshaker. And his opponent from Whittier, California, make some noise for Armando Castro in El Toro Loco. Alex Barden with a history of wins, but El Toro Loco, number 2 in the series standings. A win here could mean the world or set him back. We'll see as we have 4 amber lights light up before we go green. Your winner is Earthshaker. Alex Barden, one of the best racers we have here on Arena Championship Series West. As we look at the replay, just edging out El Toro Loco there. That's going to hurt El Toro Loco in the series points overall, and now he's going to be playing catch up in the BKT overall event championship point standings here today in OKC as we see Earthshaker moves on to the semifinals in the JCB Racing. Our next competitors feature the man who has been on top of the series standings, so this too will be an important race. But introducing first, from Oak Harbor, Washington, let's hear it for Carson Williams in Thunderroarus. And his opponent from Lafayette, Louisiana, make some noise for Blake Granger, Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Carson's been able to get 2 JCB wins here as we go on green. And your winner is Carson Williams, Thunderroarus. As it looks like Blake Granger may have had some issues there coming around that first turn in Monster Mutt Dalmatian. This will be a huge story going forward here as we watch the replay. Monster Mutt Dalmatian has led the series all year and typically comes home with those BKT overall event championships. He has an 80% win ratio in JCB Racing, so Carson Williams able to get the win here and move on is a huge underdog story that we just saw unfold. How far will Carson Williams be able to go in Thunderroarus in JCB Racing? We'll get you an update on Monster Mutt Dalmatian as soon as we can, but for now, we have more JCB Racing. And introducing from Fullerton, California, let's hear it, Ashley Sanford, Megalodon. And from Williamsport, Maryland, let's hear it for Matt Cody in Gravedigger. Two competitors looking to stabilize themselves in the overall points race. A win here could change everything. And your winner is Gravedigger. That fan favorite getting over the line first is a big win for Matt Cody. He's been grinding the whole series, looking for that breakthrough, and that counts here in the JCB Racing competition. Moving on to the semifinals, now sees himself in a chance to possibly be in striking distance for that BKT overall event championship as the event goes on. And as we line up, we have one more race in the first round of JCB Racing to see which truck will go on to the semifinals. And introducing first from Cadillac, Michigan, let's hear for Tim Hall Jr. in Jurassic Attack. And his opponent from Huntington, West Virginia, makes some noise for Cliff Turner in Velociraptor. Tim Hall Jr. has been on the cusp of being a threat to that series lead all season and looking to strike here in Oklahoma City as the trucks get lined up on the starting line. Once we see 4 amber lights, that means we will be able to get the race started. As we pause the action for just a moment. There is a 60-second clock on Cliff Turner in Velociraptor to see if he can fire and get that Monster Jam truck going. As you can see here up on the screen, we get down to the 50-second mark. This could be a huge thing for Cliff Turner. He's been fighting uphill all season, and the mission is clear to get these moments to try to get some wins here. And unfortunately, it looks like Velociraptor will not be able to compete in the JCB racing competition because of that Jurassic attack, and Tim Hall Jr. will move on into the semifinals. Introducing your competitors, we have Alex Barden in Earthshaker and Carson Williams in Thunderroarus, as they get ready to go on green. Your winner, Earthshaker. Alex Barden in a familiar spot we see in the replay, heading to the finals to compete for those first 8 points in the BKT Overall Event Championship. Alex Barden, one of the winningest when it comes to the JCB racing competition, has pulled in 5 head-to-head wins so far this season. But we have one finalist. Now it's time to get down to the second finalist here in Oklahoma City. Introducing first, we have Tim Hall Jr. in Jurassic Attack. And his opponent, Matt Cody in Gravedigger. Both of these two have been within striking distance of that series top spot, and this could play a pivotal role as they get to the line and they go on green. And your winner is Gravedigger. As we take a look back at that replay, Gravedigger getting the win there. And our finals are now set. 2 of the very best racers here in Arena Championship Series West.
Oklahoma City, this is the final round of JCB Racing. We started out with 8 superstars and now we're down to the fastest 2. We're gonna see which of the 2 is gonna get those 8 crucial points towards the BKT Overall Event Championship here this afternoon. So OKC, who's ready to meet your JCB Racing final contenders?
Introducing first, let's hear it for Alex Barden in Earthshaker. And his opponent, Matt Cody in Gravedigger. It's truly a showdown of the Titans. Matt Cody and Gravedigger, one of the best. Gravedigger, obviously a fan favorite, but Alex Bardin, Earthshaker, has been dominant in the head-to-head racing all season long, but only one of them can come out on top in the JCB racing competition. Both trucks have fired up as they pull up to the line. That will indicate our 4 amber lights, and once those are on, it's time for green. And your winner is Earthshaker. Take a look at this one. Alex Bardin feeling good, getting a win here in JCB Racing. And Alex Bardin, he has been someone who's been looking to start stringing together some wins, and he always comes in strong with JCB Racing and the JCB Racing here. Gives him those points as he takes that helmet off and lets loose the best hair in the business. Let's hear it for him, OKC. I mean, you look at the face of Earthshaker getting the first 8 points of the competition. Feeling pretty good, and he's got to. Alex Bardin getting that JCB Racing win. Somewhere he's very familiar, but as we look to get a word from our winner, we're going to send things down to Karina to chat with our winner.
Alex Bardin, it has been trials and tribulations weekend in and weekend out. You find yourself once again on top of the winner's circle. What does this moment mean to you?
Man, this is amazing, man. We started the year off really, really good. We took a really bad crash in Tacoma, and this truck's been plagued with little issues, man. Myself and the rest of my Team Throttle teammates, man, Rick, Travis, Cliff, Carson, and Tim, we've all worked on this thing tirelessly to try to get it back running at 100%. I can't thank those guys enough, man. We're competitors out here on the track, but we're brothers behind the scenes. Another thing I want to say, my mom and dad are here this weekend, man. They came all the way from the coast of Texas. They've seen me win a lot in monster trucks, but they've never seen me win a racing competition in Monster Jam. Mom, Dad, I love you guys, man. Thank you for supporting me and never giving up. Thank you for nurturing my dream, taking me to Monster Jam as a kid, because now you can watch your son come out here and compete in Monster Jam, run with the best of them, beat the best of them, and perform in front of the greatest fans in the world. Oklahoma City, let me hear you make some noise if you're having fun at Monster Jam.
Let's give it up one more time. Alex Bardin, Earthshaker.
Starting things off in the two-wheel skills competition with a combo from Armando Castro in El Toro Loco. He still has one more attempt remaining Let's see what the Crazy Bull pulls out. Waving that whole big Monster Jam truck back and forth to all you here in OKC.
Cuando te metes con el toro, te da los cuernos. Horns in the air. Armando Castro, el Toro Loco. And now, OKC, this is a very important moment. This is the time we need you to decide what his score is. So scan that QR code up on the video board, head on over to judgeszone.com, use the code OKC, click that yellow submit button. As soon as you see that big old BKT tire on your screen, slide it up or down to the number of your choosing. And remember, you only have 20 seconds to lock your scores in.
The scores are locked, and the score for Armando Castro Toro Loco is 8.688 to start things off in the two-wheel skills competition. A great score for the first score of the competition. Armando Castro, we take a look back here as he's able to spit that smoke out of the snout and just continue to control that big Monster Jam truck, swaying it side to side, but still keeping it up on those front two BKT tires. And coming off the pod with a little bit of flair to cap it all off.
Oklahoma City, on your feet. It's time for Monster Mutt Dalmatian two-wheel skills.
Watch those back wheels, Oklahoma, as they go side to side a little bit, a little wave to you. A little popper combo from Blake Granger. One of our top two-wheel skills competition competitors with 10 on the season, 10 wins on the season so far.
Put your paws together for Blake Granger, Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Now remember, we have 20 seconds to get those scores locked in for Blake Granger in Monster Mutt Dalmatian.
Looks like Blake Granger may still be having some troubles with that axle. Gotta be a little disappointed in that run. We'll see how OKC felt about it, but clearly battling some issues with the truck. We're gonna see what he was able to come in with. The scores are locked, and the score for Blake Granger, Monster Mutt Dalmatian, is 6.419. Putting him in second place so far in the competition. Again, Blake Granger, one of our best two-wheel skills competitors, looks like maybe had a little bit of issues with that truck. We saw early on, able to get up on those front two BKT tires and get a little peek at just how good Blake Granger is, but not able to cap it off. But now it's time for Ashley Sanford in Megalodon. Got a little bit of a combo there from Ashley Sanford and Megalodon to kick things off. A little popper into a wheelie to kick things off for Ashley Sanford's run. Still one more attempt remaining. It looks like she's lining it up.
It's a fish out of water. Make some noise for Ashley Sanford, Megalodon. Now, OKC, if you liked what you saw from our prehistoric shark, it's time to lock your scores in now at judgeszone.com. You have 20 seconds.
This event is all about stabilization for Ashley Sanford, getting things back on track, and looking to do that by doing what she does best, that big air, that big sky wheelie in the two-wheel skills challenge. Just so good at that. And you look at the smile on her face. She's feeling good, Oklahoma. How you feeling about that Ashley Sanford run? Megalodon, Ashley Sanford showing those jaws of life. The scores are locked, and the score for Ashley Sanford Megalodon is 6.761, taking the number 2 spot so far in the competition. As you see, we look back at that big sky wheelie, something that Ashley Sanford just loves to do and is so good at. Earlier on, getting that little bit of a combo there. As mentioned, this run's all about getting back in the saddle and stabilizing some rhythm for Ashley Sanford. Did a great job there in doing just that. But next up, it's time for Cliff Turner in Velociraptor. Big time popper up on the pod. A little bit of a moonwalk afterwards for Cliff Turner. One more attempt remaining. And Cliff Turner, someone who's seen so much growth this season in the two-wheel skills challenge. Always surprising folks everywhere he goes. Let's see what he has for us to cap it off.
Put your claws together for Cliff Turner, Velociraptor. Scoring is now open at judgeszone.com. Use the code OKC and lock your scores in now.
For Cliff Turner, so much about the battle uphill this season has been about making moments and continuing to grow as a competitor, which we saw him do just there with that little combo at the beginning of the two-wheel skills challenge. Second attempt wasn't able to get quite as much as he did in the first attempt, but the aggression has been great to see and the growth has been great to see. We'll see how you all felt about that run here by using judgeszone.com. And Cliff Turner out there letting us get a good look at the man who just gave us that two-wheel skills challenge. And the score for Cliff Turner, 6.652, locking in at that third place spot so far in the competition. As we take a look back at the two-wheel skills challenge so far, we go back to that first competitor, El Toro Loco, Armando Castro, 8.688 still holding on to that #1 spot, able to set the bar for the competition so far. Megalodon coming in at #2 so far. Ashley Sanford, 6.761. Velociraptor, 6.652. And at #4, Monster Mutt Dalmatian, 6.419. Now, folks, I am getting word from our pit reporter that we do have some information on Gravedigger and his status for the rest of the event. We're going to send things down to Karina Encarnacion. Karina, what do you have for us?
Well, as we all saw, it has been an interesting run so far with JCB Racing. Of course, we all saw that Gravedigger was having a bit of an issue, and we saw him drive off the track. Well, right now, they are currently trying to change out his transmission. It's one of those big parts and one of those frequent parts that always needs to get repaired. So we're just crossing our fingers that our amazing technicians can work some magic and work a miracle, and hopefully we can see Gravedigger back out on this track for the two-wheel skills competition.
Well, a lot to hear there, but as we continue on, Alex Barden in Earthshaker. Hip Popper Ray, did you see that up on the pod? One more attempt remaining for Earthshaker, but just held that popper there up on the pod with confidence for as long as he wanted to. Alex Barden, one more attempt remaining.
Fresh off of a win and looking to snag another, it's Alex Barden, Earthshaker! Scoring is now open. It's time to head on over to judgeszone.com and lock your scores in now, OKC.
Alex Barden showing that the first popper wasn't just a fluke, does it twice and holds it up just as nice. Felt like he could have had that thing up there all day long. And Alex Barden looks like he's feeling good about that one as well. Scores are locked. Score to beat is 8.688. And the score for Earthshaker is 8.947. We have a new leader in the two-wheel skills challenge. And it's easy to see why. I mean, look at this thing of beauty. This popper goes up, and Alex Barden just has complete control of that Earthshaker Monster Jam truck. Holding it straight up. Feels like he's looking right down the camera, coming down overhead. always knows where to find the red light of the camera, Alex Barden. But next up, we have Tim Hall Jr. in Jurassic Attack. Jurassic Attack saying the two-wheel skills is my territory. They call him Two-Wheel Tim for a reason. We'll have to see if Jurassic Attack can back up the gamesmanship. Tim Hall Jr. lining up Jurassic Attack. And if you look at that screen, Tim Hall Jr. waving to us. If you look up at the screen there, Popper on the pod with a little wave to OKC. One more attempt remaining from Tim Hall Jr. in Jurassic Attack. And a little gamesmanship to Blake Granger as well. This is the Triceratops territory. What does Tim Hall Jr. have for an encore? As we look up at the screen, as we get a look at what Tim Hall Jr. is doing, and Tim Hall Jr. has thrown the steering wheel out the window.
An incredible run from our Triceratops, Tim Hall Jr., Jurassic Attack. Okay, see, you have 20 seconds. Get those scores locked in at judgeszone.com.
Tim Hall Jr. is feeling pretty good about that one, and he should as he holds up the steering wheel. Getting that Triceratops up on two wheels, doesn't even need the steering wheel. And the way Tim Hall Jr. is able to maneuver that truck without even having a steering wheel is terrifying. I don't know how you do it, Tim. But you were made for the two-wheel skills challenge, and the two-wheel skills challenge was made for you. As we look to see what OKC thought. And the scores are in. Score to beat is 8.947, and the score for Jurassic Attack is 9.331. We have a new leader in the clubhouse, folks. As Tim Hall Jr. laid claim to the two-wheel skills challenge once again, but will he be able to hold on to that lead? As we take a look back here, again, just walking the razor's edge of the pod there. And if you recall, this was when he was waving at us with one hand off of the wheel, still able to just control that Triceratops. It's easy to see why Tim Hall Jr. has been able to win 7 two-wheel skills challenges so far. And we see that video. He's feeling good. And I think he's excited about that run in Oklahoma. I think we are too. And next up, it's Carson Williams in Thunderroarus. Thunderroarus just hippity hopping over that pod on 2 wheels. And scoring is open. Let's hear it for Carson Williams, Thunderroarus. Scan the code now, lock in those scores. As Carson Williams showing us that he can get up on any combo of those 2 tires, the front or the back. Carson Williams showing us those dance moves. Scores are locked. Score to beat, 9.331, and the score for Thunderroarus is 8.304, holding in that number 4 spot so far in the competition. As we look back here at Thunderroarus, just hopping it across that pod on those back 2 wheels there before doing it again here. And Oklahoma, we heard about Gravedigger a little bit ago and some technical issues. He is now on a 60-second clock. If he's unable to get the truck ready by the end of the 60 seconds, he will not be able to compete in the 2-wheel skills challenge and receive 0 points for the 2-wheel skills challenge. But it looks like he's moving, Oklahoma. So you know what that means. Make some noise for the black and green wrecking machine, Matt Cody and Gravedigger. Hitting that popper up on the pod. One more attempt remaining, but you see the aggression that Gravedigger brought, popping up onto those front 2 tires and bouncing up there with authority. What does Matt Cody have in store for attempt number 2? Scoring is now open. Lock it in for Matt Cody in Gravedigger. What's he going to do for the 2-wheel skills? Whatever he wants, apparently. as we see Matt Cody get up on those front two tires earlier and just do what he wants with that vehicle. As he steps out of Gravedigger, Matt Cody's feeling good about that one. Scores are locked. Score to beat 9.331, but the score for Gravedigger is 9.380, enough to win. Your winner of the Two Wheel Skills Challenge, Matt Cody, Gravedigger. This is Matt Cody's second Two Wheel Skills win on the season. And, you know, looking at his face, I got a feeling he knew he locked that one in. Like I said, doing whatever he wants on those front two tires to get those 8 points. As we send things down now to our pit reporter, Karina Encarnacion, for a word.
Matt Cody, you had all of us very nervous. What exactly happened that we had to swap out the transmission mid-event?
Well, I mean, actually yesterday in practice, I started feeling a little bit like it was just a little sluggish, and I was talking with the crew, and it's kind of one of those 50-50 things, man. We don't know if it's really, we just came from Denver and all these high altitude places. We didn't know if it was just in my head or whatnot. And as soon as I came out for intros, low side gear was gone. You know, there was nothing there. And I told him, I said, man, we got to get some points. We got to keep it going. So we're just going to keep going on the high side. And I think it worked out for me because it was so slick that it didn't let me overdrive what I needed to do. So we didn't get the win, but we got 7 points. It set us up great. And I told my crew chief, I said, man, if we go to the finals, do you think you can change the transmission in time if we go last? He said, absolutely. So we barely got it. It's back together. It's 100%. The hoods finally broke off. I told you guys in pit party I was getting rid of that thing, and that's exactly what we did.
Yes, we did. It's quite the feat to see you come back after such a miraculous repair. It just shows how important those crew chief and those technicians are, especially because we're coming up on our next competition, Monster Jam Freestyle. There's still some more fiberglass on that chassis, so what else is left for you to do?
Hey, there's a lot left on that truck that I can leave here in Oklahoma City. And like I said earlier in pit party, 2 years ago is where I got to come back and make my domestically side, reappearance to the Monster Jam world. I did 2 years of international travel, and it started right here again in Oklahoma City 2 years ago. And I took 2 of the 3 overall event championships. So Oklahoma City loves Gravedigger. I love it here. The water is great here. And there's only one thing left to do is come out here, leave it in the ground for freestyle for the Oklahoma City. But first off, before we get too crazy, the guys on the dirt bikes about to come out, give you some high-flying action, Supermans, KODs, backflips. So who's ready for some more Monster Jam? Let me hear you.
Alrighty, okay, see our first rider to the ramp, Taylor Eddins. Our next rider, Cody McDonough. Up next, let's make some noise for Dean Pate. And last but not least, Jared LaRue. What do you say, OKC? Let's make some noise for Freestyle Motocross. Got an amazing rock solid from Cody McDonough. Still got 2 more laps to go. Let's make some noise for him. We got a cliffhanger from Taylor Eddins. And nice whip from Cody McDonough. Heel clicker from Dean Pate. Double-handed seat grab, Jed LaRue. Last round, make some noise. Now that the fellas are back on the pod and ready and warmed up. Okay, see, do you want some more? Then more is what you're gonna get, because it's time for the best trick competition of Freestyle Motocross, where each one of our superstars are gonna take to the skies and fly from one side of the arena to the other, giving you their best stylish trick. And we're gonna need your help to determine who will win the best trick competition by using those smartphones and heading over to judgeszone.com and locking in your score for each one of our superstars. So, OKC, who's ready for the best trick competition?
Let's hear it for our first rider. Make some noise from Marietta, California, Taylor Eddins. Riding that Yamaha 450. It's his third season of Monster Jam.
Scoring is now open for Taylor Eddins. Time to head on over to judgeszone.com and let him know what you thought of his best trick.
Take a look at this replay here as Tyler Eddins just throws his feet back up over the bike and still able to land it perfectly. As we wait for those scores to come in to kick off our best trick competition. The scores are locked, and the score for Taylor Eddins is 7.528 to set the tone for the best skills or best trick competition. And our next rider from Ravensdale, Washington, let's hear it for Cody McDonough. Riding that electric start Varg. He's been racing since he was 2 years old.
Let's make some noise for Cody McDonough. Giving us a no hands backflip. If you liked what you saw, head on over to judgeszone.com and lock your scores in now.
Look, Ma, no hands, back flipping and taking his hands off the bars. You know, I always have trouble walking without my hands, let alone a backflip. The scores are locked, and the score for Cody McDonough is good enough for first place, 8.908 to take the lead so far in the best trick competition. Our next rider from Paso Robles, California, let's hear it for Dean Pate. He wants to hear you get loud, OKC. Let's see how loud you can get. Dean Pate has been with Monster Jam for 7 years, riding 10 years professionally.
It's time to lock your scores in for Dean Pate. With a heel clicker backflip, raising up the stakes. It's time to lock your scores in now at judgeszone.com.
as we see that backflip, kicking both feet back behind his head. I can't even stretch that much when I'm on the couch. Scores are locked. Score for Dean Pate is 9.083. We have a new leader in the best trick competition. And last but not least, let's hit for our fourth and final rider from Phoenix, Arizona. It's Jared LaRue.
Scoring is now open for Jared LaRue with an incredible whip. It's time to head on over to judgeszone.com and let him know what you thought of his best trick.
Look at the way he just whips that tail mid-air, somehow still able to get the bike back on track and land so smoothly. Jared LaRue flexing those 33 years of experience. The scores are locked, and the score for Jared LaRue is 9.279. Your winner, Jared LaRue.
But okay, see, we're not done yet. Do you want some more? Well, it's time for the grand finale of Freestyle Motocross, where 4 superstars will take to the skies and fly from one side of the arena to the other in a single file train formation. And remember, we only have one rule here at Monster Jam. The louder you get, the higher they fly. So here they come to the ramp. Make some noise! Very good, very good. Now, okay, see, I want you guys to be so loud. You blow the roof off of this arena. And I want all of Oklahoma State to hear you. Get ready. They're coming up to the ramp. Warm up those vocal cords. Oklahoma City, let all of Oklahoma hear you. Oklahoma City, they want to hear you. I want you to say it. One more time. One more time. Let them hear you. You know what, OKC, you guys asked so nicely. They heard you. Here we go. One more time. Let's make some noise for Freestyle Motocross!
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear one more time for the riders of FMX.
That's right, OKC. Give it up one more time for Taylor Eddins, Cody McDonough, Dean Pate, and of course, here we are with the man of the hour, your best trick competition winner, Jared LaRue. And now, Jared, there is a myriad of tricks to choose from. What makes the whip so complicated?
Everything else we do is pretty muscle memory, you know, from backflips to jumping off, hanging off, whatever it is. And the whip, it's all about a flow, but you're never going to have the same flow ever. It just doesn't work. So to like get it to like, you know, make sure it like goes, you know, 180 upside down, whichever whip you choose to do is like, it's the hardest thing because you'll never complicate it like each time. And it just, the harder you try at them, like honestly, the worse you get.
Which is a funny thing to say because as you can see, these bikes weigh a lot, and then along with your body weight, to be able to maneuver it the way you do and not lose your equilibrium, how do you not lose your way in the air?
I think it's just all feeling, honestly. You know, all of us been riding since we were kids. You know, I've been riding since I was 3, Cody since he was 2, Dean, same thing.
And it's just like, you know, you grow up continuously doing the same thing over and over, and it's just like you just get adapted to it. So yeah, it's a 240-pound motorcycle, but in the air, it's just like anything underwater. You know, it's weightless, so you can put it wherever you want.
Which we love to see you do, and you definitely excel at it. So one more time, a round of applause for your best trick competition winner, Jared LaRue. We have reached the pinnacle of the event. This is Monster Jam Freestyle!
7.738 to start off the competition here in freestyle. As we take a look back at that big air that Ashley Sanford's known for, that sky wheelie, kicking things off and throwing that truck high into the air, looking to kiss the video board on a Valentine's Day. And here we see continuing to take advantage of the different ramps and continuing to get that big air. But next up, we have Cliff Turner in Velociraptor.
Put your hands together for Cliff Turner, Velociraptor. Okay, see, you have a very important job. It's time to lock your scores in now at judgeszone.com.
Cliff Turner, again, out here trying to make moments, really the thing that's most important for him right now, and able to do that in a couple of spots there with some big air and really kicking the dust up, which is always fun to see as he whipped around the corners there and threw up the mud. Taking advantage, trying to take advantage of the entire track. The scores are locked, and the score for Cliff Turner, Velociraptor, is 6.693, currently enough for a second place spot. As the fans here in OKC give him a round of applause as we take a look back at that big air from Velociraptor, hitting that pod, getting up high, that old school move that we love to see. And coming up next, Tim Hall Jr. in Jurassic Attack.
Giving it all he's got, it's Tim Hall Jr., Jurassic Attack. Now remember, OKC, it's time to lock your scores in now. Scan the QR code on the video board and head on over to judgeszone.com.
Tim Hall Jr. doing it this time with the steering wheel on. Hitting some of those old school maneuvers, very popular here this evening. It seems some donuts and some big air. Tim Hall Jr., a winner of the freestyle. In the past, the scores are locked. Score to beat currently 7.738. The score for Jurassic Attack, Tim Hall Jr., is 8.436. We have a new leader in the freestyle competition so far. Tim Hall Jr. seemed happy about it, and so does everyone here in OKC. Now, Oklahoma City, this is your last opportunity to donate to St. Jude and be a part of our St. Jude Ambassador of the Event program. As you can see the leaderboard here on the screen, we can see who our current leaders are. But, as mentioned, you still have time. Scan the code. You can donate today. And, as we said before, whether it's $1, 50 cents, a penny, all of it goes to help the kids over at St. Jude, and everyone can make a difference. If everyone here tonight donated $1, we could make thousands of dollars to help kids in need. Scan the code now and donate to St. Jude. Oklahoma City. It's now time for the Crazy Bowl. Give it up for Armando Castro in El Toro Loco. Armando Castro lining up for something big. And it looks like he's eyeballing that Morgan and Morgan backflip ramp. Could it be? It is!
El Toro Loco! Remember, OKC, you have 20 seconds. Get those scores locked in and use the code OKC.
Talk about a bull on parade. Armando Castro. Soak it in, hitting that Morgan and Morgan backflip halfway through the run. No fear that it's not going to land. The scores are locked, and the score to beat 8.436. But the score for El Toro Loco is 9.565. A statement piece to be the #1 spot so far in the freestyle competition. Look at this Morgan and Morgan backflip, and I can't stress enough the guts it takes to take on a move like that early in the freestyle, the risk of it not landing and losing half of your time is so high, but Armando Castro, all guts, all glory, gets it done to currently lock in first place. But coming up next, it's Carson Williams in Thunderroarus.
Let's give it up for the Apex Predator, Carson Williams, Thunderroarus. You already know exactly what you need to do. Scan that QR code and head on over to judgeszone.com.
Carson Williams still looking for that first freestyle win. Hoping to get that here in Oklahoma City, throwing it down with everything he's got in that freestyle run. We'll have to see how you all felt about that run. Carson Williams, not sure, but happy to dance. Scores are locked, and the score for Carson Williams is 7.169. Good enough for fourth place currently. As we see that big air from Thunderroarus, Carson Williams has become a threat in all three aspects of the game. Hitting that donut there, I mean, spitting up that mud everywhere. How do you not like that? As we move on to our World Freestyle Champion, let's hear it for Blake Granger, Monster Mutt Dalmatian.
Getting rough and rowdy on the track, Blake Granger. Mr. Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Man, oh man, he's showing you what he's got. It's time to lock your scores in now at judgeszone.com.
That truck is cruising for a bruise, and even though there were some difficulties earlier on, Blake Granger still pushes that puppy as hard as it can go, as we saw just how much that truck can do. Scores are in. Score to beat 9.565. And the score for Monster Mutt Dalmatian is 9.118, good enough for second place so far in the freestyle competition, and that has got to be a sigh of relief for Blake Granger after the lower scores early on in the event. But I mean, take a look at what he just put this truck through. And again, coming off the pod there, most people would have rolled, but Blake Granger turns that into a beautiful bicycle, one of the most difficult maneuvers you can ever pull off in Monster Jam, and he did it just out of nowhere. Blake Granger. And next up, ladies and gentlemen, he is your St. Jude ambassador of the event. Let's hear it for Alex Barden in Earthshaker. Let's hear it for Alex Barden in Earthshaker. Scoring is now open. Head to judgeszone.com now. Alex Barden still hunting for his first freestyle competition win, which is shocking when you see what he's able to do out on that track, the air he's able to get and the balance he has. And of course, that great set of hair he's got as well. Let's hear it for Alex Barden as he waits for those scores to come in and see where his destiny lies. The scores are locked for Alex Barden, and the score for Earthshaker is 7.529, good enough for fifth place currently in the freestyle competition. And as we take a look back here at this donut spitting up the mud, that mud almost reached me here at the host desk. That's how far he was throwing. Also throwing that truck over the pod as well with reckless abandon, shaking the earth beneath its BKT tires and whipping around and keeping the action going. And your final competitor of the evening, OKC. Get out for Matt Cody in Gravedigger. The clock is paused. Gravedigger will have a chance to refire and see if he can get the black and green wrecking machine moving once again. And it looks like it's refiring. Let's hear it for Gravedigger. Scoring is open. Let's give it up for Matt Cody and Gravedigger. Going bell to bell, giving us that bicycle attempt at the very end. The thing about Matt Cody is he is all risk it, all biscuit, as he uses those last seconds to swing for the fences. Matt Cody, Gravedigger, yet to get a BKT overall event championship win so far this season. But a win here in freestyle would mathematically change that. The scores are locked. And the score for Matt Cody and Gravedigger is 8.745. Good enough for third. Your winner of freestyle is El Toro Loco, Armando Castro. And that's 8 more points for Armando Castro, making your overall event champion Gravedigger Matt Cody with 21 points. This is Matt Cody's first BKT overall event championship of the season. And what a beautiful place for it to happen, Oklahoma City, where he made his domestic review. He is the fourth person on this tour to claim a BKT overall event championship. And for more on that, let's send things down to Karina Encarnacion.
Man, oh man, what a roller coaster of an event with quite the incredible finale. Team Gravedigger taking the first overall event championship here in OKC. You said it earlier that you were going to take it. You claimed it. It's yours.
Man, I tell you what, something about OKC, the water here, the food, man, it gets me going, man. Like I said, 2 years I came here and I took 2 or 3 of the overall event championships, and we're starting off just like we did 2 years ago. Man, I feel great. The truck feels great. I told you guys I was going to leave the body here, and that was my plan, man. We were hoping to get a new one, and my hat's off. I can't thank these two right here enough, man. They grind day in and day out getting that Gravedigger truck together. They replaced a transmission in 20 minutes back there so we could keep going, and they're going to get it fixed again for tonight. So one more really loud applause for these two right here, and thank you guys for coming out, spending your hard-earned money, supporting Monster Jam, supporting Gravedigger, and we'll see you next time.
One more time, your overall event champion, Matt Cody, Gravedigger. And then, of course, we cannot leave without talking to our freestyle winner, Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. Going on full rampage mode with that Morgan & Morgan backflip. I don't think I've ever seen that bull get any higher in the air.
Oh yeah, you know, we had to throw down. It's freestyle, and that's literally one of my favorite competitions. I think that's what made Monster Jam what it is today, because of freestyle. We knew we had to come out here swinging. It was going to be Tuppy Gravedigger, but I said, you know what, let's go out here and do a backflip for the Monster Jam fans here in OKC. Like I said earlier, it is literally my first time here, and you guys been awesome. I am so excited to be here and be with you guys here and inside the Paycom Center. Did you guys like the backflip or what? That's what I love to hear. We have 2 more events. A todos mis latinos los quiero mucho con todo el corazón. Como digo, si se puede, no importa de dónde vienes. If you got a dream, work very hard. Ain't no telling what can happen. Go chase your dream, baby. Okay, see, we love you. We have one more tonight. Come back, baby. Have fun at Monster Jam.
Oklahoma City, what a great event we just had here in the Paycom Center, and man, so much stuff happened. Obviously the big news, Gravedigger winning the first BKT overall event championship so far this season, but guess what? This was just event number 1 of 3. We are going to bring more to you later this afternoon as well as tomorrow. It's a great Valentine's Day. We can't wait to see you there on YouTube or right here in Paycom Center. But until then, we'll see you all at the next Monster Jam. Monster